And Beliar spoke to another creature, but Adanos brought forth the tide, and the creature was washed.
Lares said that you could help me get into the monastery of the fire magicians.
Is that your choice? The way of the fire?
Yes, I want to become a fire magician.
As far as I know, they gladly accept novices in their monastery. So why would you need my help?
Lares mentioned that they demand a tribute before they let anyone into the monastery.
I cannot grant you entry into the monastery myself. I am a water mage, as you know, but I am very well acquainted with Darren, the fire magician. He spends most of his time in the marketplace, collecting alms for his church. But I have heard that he is not only in town to raise some funds. He told me about a statuette that was stolen from him. It was very important to him. He will surely allow you to enter the monastery if you can get it back for him. Of course, if you should decide to join the Circle of Fire, you can still become a member of the Ring. If you prove yourself worthy, that is.
Who says things like that? If I hadn't seen it with my own...
Where do you come from?
I come from the monastery of the magicians, which lies in the mountains.
That's an open secret.
We accept everyone there who is pure of heart and feels the desire to serve our almighty Lord in us.
Works all day, too. It's terrible. Someone's got to do the work.
Tell me more about the monastery.
We instruct our students in all forms of magic, but the arts of the magicians of fire consist of more than these alone. We are also well versed in the art of alchemy and in the creation of powerful runes. We also make excellent wine.
That's what I've always said.
What are you doing in town?
I have discussions with the paladins and support the citizens with my advice and with helpful words. Particularly in these difficult times, it is our duty to be there for the people and to help the poor.
But that's terrible. He works all day, too.
I heard rumors about a statuette you have supposedly lost.
Have you now? You can only have heard that from Vatras, the water mage.
What's the problem?
A very valuable statuette has been sent to the monastery from the mainland, but it never arrived at the monastery.
Has the ship been raided?
No. It got to Corinus, safe and sound, and I went to collect it there. Then, when I was on my way to the monastery, a band of goblins got hold of it. Now, don't you look at me that way. We magicians are only human too, you know.
Someone's got to do the work.
Didn't you try to get that statuette back?
Of course I did it.
It's gonna get even worse.
I searched for it high and low, but to no avail.
That's not what I heard. That's an open secret.
Where was it that you lost that statuette?
I was on my way to the monastery near Orland's Tavern.
I won't tell her a thing. Don't tell this to anyone.
Orland's Tavern? Where would that be?
If you leave the city by this gate here and simply follow the path, you will come to a house that stands by itself. That's Orland's Tavern. The Dead Harpy.
He can't keep anything to himself. That's not what I heard.
You said that the goblins have it now?
They stole it and made off into the underbrush with it. I never saw them again. They're probably holding up in some pit in the ground.
I've heard enough. I'll find the thing for you.
May Enos guide you and protect you from the dangers that await you outside the city gates.
Go away, don't tell me that. It works all day, too.
I want to...
Go away, don't tell me that. Honestly,
I
witnessed it myself.
I won't
tell this to anyone. Go away, don't tell me that. Everybody knows.
I want to...
That's not what my husband thinks. I can't take care of everything.
I want to make it...
Everybody knows by now.
Really, how interesting.
I want...
I don't believe that.
You don't say.
I want to...
I won't tell her a thing for
That's not what I heard.
I want...
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
I want...
But that's terrible.
I want...
He'd better shut up.
I want...
These are bad times.
Bless.
I want...
That's not what I heard.
Really?
I want...
How interesting.
Bless.
Don't tell this
I
to
want...
anyone.
Really? How interesting.
I want...
And it's going to get even
I want...
worse.
Really? How interesting.
I want...
And he works all day too.
I want...
Go. Don't tell me that.
I want to make a donation.
Everybody knows by now.
I bless you in the name of
That's
Innos,
what I've
for
always
he is light and righteousness.
Now that's typical, isn't
I want...
it?
I bless.
He had better shut up.
I want...
That's an open secret.
I want...
You have donated the blood.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
Everybody knows by now.
Wait a minute.
I'm Zurus, master of potions. Do you need an essence of healing or a magic elixir? Then you've come to the right place.
I can't take care
Do
of
you
it.
brew your own potions?
No, I either get them from the monastery or I buy them from Constantino, the alchemist. If you're interested in brewing potions, then talk to him. He needs an assistant. But he's too pig-headed to hire someone himself. He's just as stubborn as a mule. He always passes me when he goes out on the east gate to collect plants for his potions.
I don't believe that.
Where exactly does Constantino gather his herbs?
He always goes through the eastern city gate here and then disappears into the wilderness to the left. He once told me that just about everything grows there, except for King Sorrel.
That's not what I heard.
Has Constantino ever told you where to find King Sorrel?
I once heard him say that the stuff grows near stone circles. Near Lobart's farm. That's a farm near the other gate. There's one of those stone circles. I think it's on a hill. It used to be a grave or something.
Show me.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
He had better shut up.
Who says things like that?
He had better shut up.
You still owe me a favor. It is time to pay your debt.
Don't tell me.
What do you want?
I want my old stall in the marketplace back. Sarah snatched it away from me, but she has had that spot long enough. I want her to give up the stall.
And what's my part in this?
I will give you a letter to stick in her pocket. Then you go to Andre and tell him that Sarah is selling weapons to Onar. She lands in prison, you pocket the bounty, and I get the stall. You have 2 days to accomplish this.
He can't keep anything to himself.
What will happen if I refuse to do that?
That would be truly stupid of you, because you see, I know that you're an escaped convict. If that gets around, it could do considerable harm to your situation in the city.
Who says things like that?
All right, looks like I've got no choice.
You're a clever lad. Here is the letter.
How am I supposed to foist the letter on her?
Let her show you her wares, and while she does, you hide the letter on her. And bear in mind, I am an influential man in the city, so don't try to play me for a fool.
And it's gonna get even worse.
I've got to go.
Suit yourself.
And it's gonna get even worse.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
How's business?
When the Paladins came, I first thought that it was a good business opportunity, but they let Herod make their weapons, and neither Hakon nor I make even 1 gold piece off them. Moreover, the farmers no longer supply us with food, and all the prices have gone up.
Really?
It's only a small consolation that the Paladins are paying my hotel bill.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
What's the problem with the farmers?
They refuse to deliver their goods. Now that the ships no longer come in, The city depends entirely on the supplies provided by the farmers, of course. An owner, the largest farmer, has hired mercenaries to protect his farm from the city guards. Otherwise, they'd simply snatch the goods for themselves. But the mercenaries don't just guard Onar's farm. They come as far as the small farms outside of town to intimidate the farmers. I saw them as I was passing Akil's farm. I wouldn't like to be in his shoes now.
Where will I find Akil's farm?
If you go out of the east gate here and follow the road to the right, you'll come to a stairway. It leads up to Akil's farm. But I wouldn't go there now. The mercenaries are certainly still there.
Someone's got to do the work.
Show me your wares.
Really? How interesting. Really, how interesting.
Who says things like that?
I don't believe it.
What's uneasy?
He can't keep anything to himself.
Honestly, I wouldn't say myself.
He simply talks too much.
Due to the general situation, the forest and wilderness near the city are to be avoided for your own.
Enos be with you, stranger. What brings you to me?
I've got an important message for Lord Hagen.
Well, you stand before one of his men. What is this about?
That I must tell Lord Hagen myself.
Suit yourself. But you should know one thing. Lord Hagen receives only paladins, or those who are in the service to paladins. It is beneath his dignity to waste his time with members of the common folk.
I want to take up service with the paladins.
Good. I can well use every able man here, no matter what his reasons for joining us. If you place yourself in the service of the paladins, I shall help you get an audience with Lord Hagen. However, I have my orders only to accept citizens of the town into the militia. My commander is afraid that spies or saboteurs could sneak in. He wants to limit the risk this way. Therefore, you must first be a citizen of the town. Whether this rule makes sense or not is disputable, but orders are orders.
Is there a faster way to join you?
You're really serious about this, aren't you? Good. Listen, I have a problem. If you solve it for me, I shall see to it that you are accepted into the militia. But the most important thing is, you must not breathe a word of it to anyone.
What's your problem?
Recently, there have been a number of thefts in the city. Thus far, we have not been able to capture anyone. The thieves are simply too skillful. The scum know their business. I'm sure that we're dealing with an organized gang. It would not amaze me if there were a thieves' guild in Corinus. Find the leaders of the gang and hunt them down. Then I shall see to it that you are accepted into the militia, regardless of whether or not you are a citizen. But you must say nothing about our agreement.
Where should I start looking for the thieves?
If I knew that, I'd go there myself. I can only tell you this much. We recently turned the entire harbor district upside down and found nothing. Absolutely nothing. The people there are not very talkative, particularly if you wear the armor of a paladin. But you are an outsider. They will not distrust you so quickly. You could ask around the harbor first, but be careful. If the people there realize that you are working for the paladins, you will learn nothing.
Why are you paladins in town?
The goals of our mission are secret. I can only tell you that there is no danger for the citizens of the town. You need not worry.
What should I do once I've found one of the thieves?
If it's a matter of a lackey, a henchman, or some small fry, it would be best if you avoid a fight. You should rather come to me and report. I shall then see to it that the fellow winds up behind bars. The city guard could intervene in an open battle, and you would not have the opportunity of explaining to them what is going on. Furthermore, there is a bounty for every rotten apple you put behind bars. However, if you locate the leader's hideout, well, then you probably won't be able to avoid a fight.
What should I expect with the militia?
Let me make one thing clear. To be a soldier of the militia means much more than strolling through the city in a uniform. It is a dirty and even bloody job. Once you are one of us, a great deal of work will be waiting for you. But it is worth it. Besides the pay, you might someday have the chance of becoming a holy warrior of Enos.
I've come to collect the bounty for a criminal. Sarah is selling weapons to Onar.
Sarah? The weapons merchant in the marketplace? Do you have proof of that?
She has a letter in her pocket which details the delivery of arms to him.
She won't get away with that. I shall have her arrested.
By reason of the imminent danger of an attack by orcs, each inhabitant of the city...
You don't say. I don't believe that. That's an open secret. You don't
Well
say.
done. Sarah is where she belongs. I have taken over her goods, so if you need a weapon, come to me.
That's terrible. He simply talks too much.
I've got to go.
Don't
Suit
tell
yourself.
He can't keep anything to himself.
I can't take care of everything for everybody. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself. He had better shut up.
He simply talks too much. I can't take care of
What do you know about the Thieves Guild?
Even worse.
Listen, if you get my gold back for me from that Rengaroo fellow,
Don't say.
I'll tell you what I know.
That's not what my husband thinks.
And he works all day, too.
These are bad times.
That's not what my husband thinks. And he works all day, too.
But that's
Hey.
terrible. But that's terrible.
Now that's...
Jorah says you've got his money.
Everybody
Damn
knows
it!
by now.
I'm out of here!
Honestly.
Wait a minute.
Myself. And he works all day.
Gotcha.
Now that's typical.
Hey, what do you want from me?
These are bad
Huh?
times. I can't take
You
care of
stole from Jorah in broad daylight, and he even saw you do it. So I've come to tell you that you're a lousy thief, and that...
That's what I've always said.
These are bad times.
And now, you tell me who you are.
I'm nothing but a poor wretch, trying to make ends meet one way or another. Well, what else can I do? I can't find a job in town.
All right, I see. Spare me your whining.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. Really? How interesting.
I can't
You
take
had
care
better
of
hand over Jorah's gold now.
Who says
Here's the
anything?
dough, man! But now let me go! I'll never do it
If I hadn't seen it
again!
with my own eyes. He can't keep anything to himself.
I should turn you into the militia.
And
What
it's gonna
else
be
do you want? I've got nothing left. Let me go, man!
interesting. Really? How interesting. And it's gonna get even worse.
He simply talks too much.
Why would I want to do that?
That's what I've
In the city, it's always good to know the right people
These are bad
and to stay
times.
on their good side.
If I hadn't
I could
seen
put
it-
in a good word for you. I can't and won't say more. The rest is up to you.
I don't believe that.
Get lost and don't show your face around here
That's not what I
again.
heard.
Oh, you won't regret this. Thanks, man.
To anyone.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
Inhabitants of Corinus, by the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree Martial is law hereby is immediately enacted. declared in all cities and regions of the realm. All civilian judges are to hand over their duties to the royal paladins, effective immediately.
Hey, you! Can you teach me something?
Sure. I can help you become stronger and more dexterous if you like.
Teach me something.
Good. Your strength has increased.
Hey, you! Teach me.
You've already got...
How are things?
If you want something to drink, you'll have to order it.
That's all just gossip.
I bet you overhear a lot of things.
So what's that to you?
I've always got an open ear for news.
Have you got your purse open then? Every piece of information I give you will cost 10 gold pieces.
I'll give you no more than 5 for your information.
What? 5 gold pieces? Are you trying to ruin me? Let's make it 7.
No, it doesn't work that way. Let's say 6.
You're a scoundrel, you know that? Well, if you insist, let's say 6 gold pieces for each piece of information.
I need information. Where can I find work?
You're not likely to find work down here at the harbor. You need to go to the craftsman in the lower part of town for that. But if you wield a decent blade, you could go challenge Ulrich. He fights for gold behind the warehouse.
I agree with you completely.
Is there any special work to be had around here where I could make some quick money?
Something special, you say? Go talk to Nagur then. Maybe he can help you.
I need it. Cardiff says you may have a job for me.
Well, well. So you're looking for a special job. Okay. But we play by my rules, understood?
What does that mean?
That means you do what I say and you get 1/3 of the profits. If you don't like it, then there's no job.
We're business partners, so it's 50-50.
Okay. I thought I'd give it a shot. Of course, we'll split our profits fairly.
All right, what's your plan?
You know the merchant Baltram, don't you? If not, it's time you talk to him. This Baltram has a messenger who supplies him with goods from Akil's farm. That is, he had a messenger. Until I cut his throat. And now Baltram has to get a new one, and that will be you. Your job is to get hired by Baltram and fetch the delivery from Akil. You bring it to me, and then I'll set it on to an interested customer. He'll fork over a tidy little sum for it. And just don't try selling the stuff yourself. Have you got all that?
How much will the profit be?
I can't say exactly, but I estimate around 400 gold pieces.
Where is Akil's farm?
Leave the city by the east gate. That's directly on the marketplace. If you follow the road to the right, you'll soon come to a few steps cut into the rock. Go up there, and you'll come to Akil's farm.
When should I talk to Baltram?
You can go right away. He should know by now that his messenger won't be showing up anymore.
Where can I find Baltram?
He has his stall in the marketplace.
Well then, I'm all set.
Good. Then get on your way. But if you try to cheat me, you'll soon be every bit as dead as the messenger. Don't forget.
Nothing surprises me anymore. Nobody will learn anything from me.
And thus spake Adanos to his brothers, never again shall you walk upon my land.
Really? How interesting.
Hey, you!
Are you looking for a job?
Sure. What's it about?
My errand boy hasn't come back. and I'm waiting for a delivery from the farmer Akil.
And how much is it worth to you?
I'll give you 50 gold pieces.
Fine, I'm in.
Okay. Just tell Akil that I sent you. He'll give you a package. Bring it to me.
I don't believe that.
Where can I find Akil's farm?
Just go out here through the east gate and follow the path to the southeast. After a short while, you'll come to a stone stairway. Go up that, and from there, you'll already be able to see Akil's farm.
He'd better shut up.
Who says things like that?
But that's terrible.
Wait a minute. What's up?
It's been a long time since we've seen a stranger on our land who didn't want to skin us. I hope I'm not wrong about you. I'm Egil, and the strange bird over there is my brother Anim.
How's the field work going?
Great, if those miserable field raiders weren't constantly destroying our harvest.
Why don't you do anything about the field raiders?
You're joking. Since I've been on this farm, I've killed so many of the beasts that I've lost count. But alas, new ones keep coming.
Hey! Who are you?
My name is Anim. I'm one of the field hands. And the half-pint over there is my brother Egil. We've been working here on the farm for Akil for several years.
How's the field work going?
Do you want to help? There's another hoe back there. Grab it and then head for the field. You just have to make sure that the field raiders don't surprise you. They'll tear your arm right off with one bite.
Why don't you do anything about the field raiders?
I've killed more of them than I can count. The only problem is they keep coming back.
Your brother told me the same.
What? That loafer? He always disappears just as soon as the beasts come onto our land. He shouldn't be talking such nonsense.
Wait a minute. Your brother tells a similar story.
Ah, what exactly does he say?
That he has also done away with plenty of field raiders.
What? That loser can't even find his way home by himself. Tell him he shouldn't brag like that.
Hey, you! Your brother thinks you're a braggart.
What? He's actually got the nerve to say that? He'd better watch out or I'll teach him a lesson. Go and tell him that.
Anim is a bit irritated about this thing.
He shouldn't puff himself up so much, else I'll tear his head off. Tell him that.
Hey, you! I think the two of you should just relax.
The bastard didn't give in, am I right? I'll tear out his guts. Tell him that.
Why don't you tell him yourself?
I'll do that. Well, at least you've got some gold on you.
Wait a minute.
Do you want to cause even more trouble? I think it would be better if you left now.
Oh man, my head.
Wait a minute.
Haven't you done enough damage? I think you should go now.
Nothing to plunder.
Did you really think?
Those cutthroats are threatening my husband. We are citizens of the town, loyal to the king, and the mercenaries are planning to rob us. Now don't you just stand there, do something. Help us.
I'm staying out of it.
Who told you that?
Hey! Everything all right?
As soon as anyone says anything wrong around here, the dance starts. So watch your step or there'll be a slaughter.
Will you join the fight?
I'm not just gonna stand here when the ruckus starts, but I'm not gonna push it either.
There's more, believe me.
Is there a problem?
No, everything's fine. It would be better if you left now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, everything's fine. You, I can't talk to you now.
Whatever it is that brought you here, you had better forget it and hit the road.
Hey, Yoko! Have you lost your way? Go back to your field and pull up a few turnips.
I couldn't care less.
You're at the wrong place, at the wrong time. So I guess that if you want to live, you'd better hit the road now. Get it?
Hey, you're still here. I'll give you a choice, stranger. Piss off or die.
I've only come to fetch something.
So are we, and we were here first. So piss off, or I may have to hurt you. You had your chance, but you don't seem to want to listen to reason. All right.
So much for you, lowlife.
Thank you. My name is Akil. I farm this humble piece of land.
You don't even have any gold on you.
Those were mercenaries from
I think I'd
Onar's
better
farm.
take this weapon.
Those bastards don't know anything but plunder and murder. I'd been fearing the worst. Well, thank Innes it didn't come to that. Tell me, what can I do for you?
Nothing. Just as long as you got through this all right.
You're an exceptional fella. May Innes guard you on your way.
Have you heard anything about missing citizens?
Don't make me laugh. Heard of them? Some of my own people are missing. Tonak and Telbor used to work on my fields until 3 days ago. And I know exactly that they wouldn't up and leave the farm just like that. And yet they've simply vanished and no one can tell me where they went. If you happen to find out what's become of them, be sure to let me know, will you?
What did the mercenaries want from you?
You don't know that? Onar, the landowner, hired them. They guard his farm and collect the rent for him. And that means they go from farm to farm and take whatever they want. And whoever can't pay gets a taste of their steel.
You know your way around this area.
Sure. What do you want to know?
Where can I find Onar's farm?
Just go back down the stone steps and follow the road to the east. At some point, you come to a tavern.
From there, you go farther east until you come to the big fields. That's where the mercenaries hang out.
What is that tavern to the east of here?
Ask Randolph. He knows more about it than I do. He's been there a few times.
What is there in the woods behind your farm?
There's just a whole bunch of monsters back there. And the wolves are the least dangerous. A few bandits are also said to have their caves there. Well, they've left my farm alone so far.
Baltram sent me. I'm supposed to pick up a shipment for him here.
So, you're his new messenger. Okay, I've already made up the package.
I've gotta go.
So long. I really wish I could have done more for you.
Everything all right?
Yes, I'm fine. That Alvarez has become bolder and bolder lately. Good thing that's over now. What I could use now is a good drop in the tavern.
You're not from around here, right?
I come from the Southern Isles. At some point they said they needed people in Corinnes because of that magic ore. But when I got there, they had this huge barrier in place, and I didn't want to go in there, so I started working in the harbor. Well, the ships stopped coming in, and so I went to work for Jaké. I've had worse jobs, actually.
You hang out in the tavern?
That's right, but not recently. I cannot afford going there anymore.
What exactly is going on there in the tavern?
There's gambling there. Two fellows compete against each other. Whoever can hold the most beer wins. In the end, I did nothing but lose, and now I need to make some more money first.
Who did you go up against?
Against Rookar, that old good-for-nothing. So far, he's beaten me every time. But somehow, I have the creeping suspicion that the filthy swine has laced my beer with gin every time. I suspect he keeps the gin hidden in that damn chest of his, that lousy scumbag. Somebody ought to sneak some plain water into his chest. Then he could lace my beer all he wants. If I only had enough money to compete against him one more time.
Hey! Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Why don't you defend yourself against Onar's tyranny?
For us farmers near the city, it makes more sense to stay on the good side of the city militia than to rely on Onar's mercenaries. On the other hand, there's Bengar and Cech who would rather give up their farms than work for the king.
Where do I find the farms of Bengar and Cech?
They're not far from the farm where the landowner lives. Go east from here and you'll find them.
Haven't you ever considered moving away from here?
It's not easy to get away from this part of the country. All the land is walled in by a high, insurmountable chain of mountains. The only two ways out of here are the pass to the Valley of Mines and the harbor. Since we cannot afford passage on a ship, and the Valley of Mines is a place of no return, we're going to have to stay here.
What do you know about the pass?
I've never been there myself, but it must be somewhere near Bengar's farm on the high pastures.
Look out for your husband.
I shall do my best.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing there.
You're in for it now.
Yes! Run as fast as you can!
You're in for it now.
Stop right there, you lowlife!
You're in for it now.
Nothing there. Nothing to be had there.
Now that's typical, isn't it? That's not what my husband thinks.
He simply talks too much. Don't tell this to anyone.
Really? How interesting. That's what he always said.
I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
That's not what I heard. Now that's typical, isn't it?
I brought the package.
Well done. I'll see to it that I sell it. Come back tomorrow.
Really? How interesting. That's what I've always said.
Hey, you! Where you going? No matter what your plans are, there'll be plenty of time later. You're right in front of the Pearl of Corinthus, the Red Lantern. This is the most beautiful brothel in all of Myrtana, damn it. Sailors from the most remote corners of the world dock here just to spend a few nights in the Red Lantern. And now, it's you who has the chance, nay, the honor of spending a night with Nadja, the most passionate flower of the gods. Come on in, and you're going to experience what others cannot even dream of.
That's an open secret.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
He should have known all over.
Hey, do you need fish? Get your fish here, fresh from the depths of the sea.
I wouldn't say that myself.
I think this piece of paper belongs to you.
What? Let me see.
I said that.
Okay. Let's stay calm about this. Listen, I have resold the goods I got from the bandits. But there's no reason to take this straight to the militia, right? I'm sure we can come to an understanding, can't we?
Make me an offer then.
All right, I'll tell you something. I can sell you more than just fish. If you hand me this ridiculous piece of paper and forget about the matter, you and I can become the best of trading partners.
That's not what I heard.
Oh, really? What kind of goods would those be?
Well, I could offer you quite special fish. You see, not just plain ones for eating.
You mean like the one that contained your hidden message?
You've got it. I have several of those fish.
Watch out, believe me.
All right, it's a deal. I think we can keep this little matter between ourselves.
Thank you. Just drop in next time you happen to be in the vicinity. I'm bound to have some interesting things for you.
Can you tell me something about those missing people?
Missing people? This is a harbor, pal. Things like that are bound to happen. The sea is treacherous and bound to claim a life now and then. Captains of large vessels will always sign on new sailors in a large seaport such as Corinnes to complete their cruise. And if they don't find any volunteers, some people may get dragged off against their will, and then they're gone.
Are you missing someone?
Me? No.
Do you know of anyone who's gone missing?
No idea. Ask the shipbuilders.
What ship would that have been?
Good question. Not many ships have come into Corinnes lately. That is true.
It was exactly what I said.
Show me your fish.
Why won't they listen to me?
That'll only cause more trouble.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
I've got no time for things like that.
I agree with you completely.
Been there, done that.
Is it really true?
And there's more, believe me.
He simply talks too much.
That's what I've always said.
Someone's got to do the work.
Don't tell this to anyone.
I'm not telling you anything new.
I knew that would be a problem.
He never would have thought of that himself.
Hey, you! Can you get...
Here.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Is it really true?
I don't know why I get so worked up.
That's not what I heard.
That's not what I heard.
Did you sell the wares then?
No, not yet. These things take their time. I want to get a good price after all.
That's terrible. But that's terrible. I don't believe that. Really, how interesting.
That's not what my husband thinks.
What do you want?
Smart kid. These are I can't take care of everything for everybody.
Did you sell the wares then?
Yeah, but for less than I thought. I only got 300 gold pieces. Part of that goes to my employers, and Cardiff gets his usual percentage, plus the gold for your commission, which leaves a total of 240 gold pieces. We'll split those as agreed. Here's your part. You did good work. I've passed that on to my employers. What comes of that is out of my hands.
Hey, you!
Hey, you, come over here. I've got something for you. There's a fellow here who insisted on talking to you. Since you weren't here, he told me to give you a message. He wants to meet you, behind Halver's fish shop. This piece of information is free, but that's an exception, kid. Anything beyond that will cost you.
What did the guy look like?
I could tell you that, but you need to pay for it, my friend.
Honestly, I believe it's process too. He simply talks too much. You don't say. That's what I've always said.
Could you cook me some soup?
Nothing could be simpler. Here, have a plate.
Finally, I've been waiting for you, stranger.
Who are you, and what do you want from me?
That isn't important. What is important is what you've done. You have remained loyal, even if you weren't aware of it. Some benefactors have become aware of your loyalty, and they are offering you a chance, so use it.
Hey, just tell me why you're here.
I have a gift for you. Everything else is up to you, stranger.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, that's not what I heard. Who says things like that? Everything to himself. That's not what I heard. That's not what my husband thinks.
Really, how interesting.
There's nothing you can do about it. Hey!
Don't tell me
Do you know anything about a thieves' guild in town?
The questions you ask. Of course, there's a thieves' guild here, just like in every big city. And every petty pickpocket or fence is probably connected to it somehow.
You don't say.
Do you know where I can find the thieves' guild?
No offense, but even if I knew, I wouldn't tell you anything. These people usually react very sensitively to things like that. If you want to get involved with them, you should be very careful.
He can't keep anything to himself.
I've got this key here. It's been corroded by sea salt.
So?
I think it will lead me to the hideout of the thieves' guild.
Well, it could be the key to the sewers.
That's not what my husband
There's nothing you can do about it. Hey! Let's wait and see what happens.
Don't tell this to anyone.
Hardly know who to believe.